Bienvenidos amigos, Shena Shena gott folk, ni hao, konnichiwa, guten tag, bonjour, what's up? Welcome to another Shred Week here at the Guitar Tricks channel. Hope I didn't butcher your language there too much. I'm Ben, filling in for Neil this week. Don't you worry, he will be back again. Today we're going to talk about the really useful 3-string sweep. But first, the tip of the week, which is about speed building. If you're working on getting faster, this is something to help me a lot. When you're practicing with your drum machine or a metronome, just pick any lick, like this one for example, and set the tempo where you can barely play 16th notes or 16th note triplets. You should be able to kind of play it, but you can't really keep it going for very long at that tempo. And then you start by playing at half the speed and you do bursts at full tempo. So it sounds something like this. Alright, today's lesson, 3-string sweeps. There are many ways of doing these, but I'll show you what has worked best for me, and hopefully that works quite well for you too. I think these are by far the most useful sweeps, and I wrote a little example that goes something like this. What I played there were the arpeggios of D minor, C major, B flat major, then A sus4, and then A. It's really good if you already know your basic minor and major triads. That will make things a lot easier and you only really have to focus on the right hand technique. But basically when you play 3-string sweep arpeggios, you can use the top notes of your standard A chord shape here, A major or A minor, or you can use the standard E chord shape from this one, or E minor, or you can use the standard D shape, or D minor here, and just figure out where the root note is. On the A shape, the root note is here, on the G string, and on the D shape, it's here on the B string, and on the E shape, it's here on the E string. Now you can just move these up the neck and just keep track of where the root note is, and that's the name of your arpeggio. And remember if it's minor or major. I tend to use the D chord shapes mostly because the fingering just feels kind of natural. And once you know your arpeggios, you just need to learn the picking technique and you can play sweeps over any progression. So let's take a real close look at what my picking hand is doing. Now I like to start with the top note when I sweep, and we're actually going to use an upstroke here for the first note. You'll notice that when we come back around, it will be really hard to have a downstroke here. So the first one is an upstroke. And the second note is a pull off, so we don't pick anything. And then another upstroke on the B string, followed by the actual sweep, 3 downstrokes on the G, B, and E strings. And then we're back to where we started. So all there is to it is this. And the rhythm is ba ba da ba da ba ba da ba da ba ba da ba da ba. So just practice that with muted strings until you have it under control. And that's all that's going on with the right hand. The picking is the same throughout the exercise. Your fretting hand is going to do this. D minor, 17th fret E string, pull off to 13, and then B string 15th fret, G string 14th fret, and then back up. And the second time around, I like to replace the first note with the next note in the D natural minor scale, just to get some variation. So that would be the 18th fret, the second time around. So, and of course you can play the exact same thing over and over again too. And the second chord, C major, start on the 15th fret of the E string, pull off to 12, 13th fret B string, 12th G string, and then back up. Second time around, 17th fret. And then for the B flat major, the exact same thing, move down 2 frets. And all of these were D-shape arpeggios, but for the last one, I'm going to use the A chord shape to get a nice suspended fourth sound to lead us back to D minor. So we're going to start on the 17th fret here on the E string, pull off to 12, and then 15th on the B string. This is your sus note, the suspended note, and then 14th on the G string and back up. And then you play that twice, and then 2 times you replace the 15th on the B string with the 14th, which is the major third, C sharp. So that makes it a regular A chord. And then we're back on D. So that's it. Here it is one time at a slow tempo and then up to speed. C major, B flat major, and we have your A sus4 to A. Alright, I hope you have fun with this awesome knowledge. I'm out of here.